Hello, thank you so much for clicking this video today. I really appreciate it. There is a lot happening in Cardano right now. I'm going to try to sum everything that you've missed in the past week in one video. Protocols are launching. We got Liquid Finance coming. We got Djed coming. I'm going to be making video guides on that, so make sure you subscribe and tune into those. We also, did Cardano stall? Was there an outage? Did the network go down? Are we going to lose all of our money? We're going to be going into that. Is Charles Hoskinson, is he going to buy Coindesk for $200 million? A lot of great news today. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you like, make sure you comment down below, hit that notification bell and click all. It does support the channel. We are in a bear market, and to support you, we're going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to be giving away some Djed and some Liquid Finance tokens. We're going to be doing $50 of each. To know how you enter the giveaway, you have to stay till the end of the video, and I will give you that information. But just to get ahead, just click the like button. That's the first step. And with that, we're going to jump right into the first piece of news today. So our first piece of news today is from the Coti network. Coti is actually who is implementing Djed on Cardano. IOG initially wrote the papers for the algorithmically backed stablecoin that is Djed, and Coti is actually the company that is implementing it, and they're also a blockchain of their own. So here's that tweet on screen here. We are pleased to share another update about Djed's progress to inform you that the launch is scheduled for next week. So Djed is coming next week. That's very exciting to me. So very briefly, we're going to go into what is Djed. Djed is an algorithmically backed stablecoin on the Cardano blockchain, and it is tied to the US dollar. And the way it's tied to the US dollar is because there's ADA in a smart contract that acts as collateral. And that collateral ratio is anywhere from 400 to 800%. So when the collateral is over 400%, users can come in and mint Djed, use Djed as a dollar. But if it falls below 400%, then no one can use Djed anymore, and people are actually incentivized to put more ADA in there. And that's where Shin comes into play. But to give you a more detailed overview of how you actually interact with this protocol, I'm going to make a whole separate video on it with the UI and UX in front of me, with looking at the tokens in our wallet, actually interacting with it, actually using Djed and using Shin and using all of these tokens. So if you guys want that guide, subscribe. It's coming, I promise. What are my thoughts on this? Very excited. There is risk to these algorithmic stablecoins. If you look at Luna, if you look at other stablecoins in the past, they have crashed and they have failed. Djed is another way of going about algorithmically backed stablecoins. And with that, high collateral ratio of 400% or greater, it could be more safe, but you need to be very careful. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. Never, keep all of your dollars in one algorithmically backed stablecoin. Do I think that all algorithmically backed stablecoins are bad? No, I don't. I think that these, we're in a new financial time. A lot of these instruments that are coming out, could revolutionize finance, but with that, there are going to be a few mistakes that happen along the way. Some money will be lost, but I think that we are seeing a new frontier for stable value in our society. So looking forward to the launch of Coti, and honestly, let's get right into Liquid Finance. Very excited about this one myself. So we got an announcement today from the Liqwid Labs Twitter, and they're actually launching Liquid Finance next week. Liquid Finance is a protocol that we've all been waiting for on Cardano for years. Dwayne Cameron, the founder of Liqwid Labs, has actually been building and designing Liquid Finance for as long as I can remember. He was one of the first people to come to Cardano, champion Cardano and say, this is where we are actually going to build Liquid Finance. Before I ever heard of any of the projects that have already launched, MinSwap, SundaySwap, any of them, Dwayne Cameron was out there telling us about Liquid Finance for a very long time. So what is it? Liquid Finance is actually, from the front end perspective, it's just a website. But what it is in the back end is it's a protocol. And it's a protocol that users can actually use to take out loans on their assets, loans on their ADA. So if you have, say, 100,000 ADA, you can go to Liquid Finance and take out a loan on that. And then users are actually incentivized for providing liquidity there as well. So not only, if you're not interested in taking out loans on your ADA, there are going to be other ways for you to earn on Liquid Finance as well. So Liquid, it's a lending protocol, and it's one of the first to actually come to Cardano. It has a good team. They've had a lot of good funding. They've been working on this for years, and I'm very excited for it. If you want to be one of the first people to know how to use Liquid Finance, all you got to do is subscribe to this channel, click that notification bell, and click all. I will release a video probably a day after Liquid Finance launches showing you how you can actually interact with Liquid Finance, a step-by-step guide that even your grandma can use to lend and borrow on Cardano. Before we talk about the Cardano outage, we're going to be talking about Coindesk. Coindesk is one of the major news outlets for cryptocurrency, and like most news outlets, it's often, bought and paid for. A lot of these big news agencies have been against Cardano for the past couple of years, while championing, Celsius and Luna and FTX and these other, things in cryptocurrency that have taken people's money, while talking bad about Cardano and calling it a ghost chain and saying Charles is a scammer and nothing is going on. So I see, why Charles would be interested in purchasing Coindesk. It's because the media has been against us, and they've been against us and wrongly throughout history. So having a media agency that actually looks at things from an unbiased perspective and gives credit to things when they deserve it, and does the opposite when they don't deserve it, like FTX and Luna, I think would be very good. So we've got this first tweet from Charles here, and we got Batman. He's saying, I just realized Coindesk is for sale. So with that, a little later on, he actually posts a longer video here, which I may cut in a couple clips of him talking about purchasing Coindesk. And he goes into the current price is $200 million for it, and that does seem a bit high. Valuations are going to be very high right now because we just went through a bull market, and we're able to use some of those past numbers when everything was good to sell our companies at a higher price. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. Make sure you watch that video from Charles if you're more interested. It would be good to have an unbiased media platform that's very large in this industry, to talk good and talk bad about Cardano when necessary. So let's go into this network outage. 60% of all Cardano nodes in the network crashed in a moment, and it was from a very rare use case, a very rare TX that caused all of these nodes to crash. However, a large amount of nodes still stayed alive, but it was less than half of the network. A good comparison, or really a bad comparison because they're different things, is the Solana outage. Did we just go through exactly what Solana went through? If you hadn't known, Solana has actually stopped, where transactions don't go through, and they've actually called everyone together in Discord servers to restart their nodes at the same time to get the Solana network going. That is not what happened here. A faulty TX caused 60% of nodes to crash, but the Cardano network kept going. This chart is a good example here. On the left, you have this is an outage. On the right, you have this is not an outage. And you can see at that 100% there, 100% of the nodes are synchronized for a little bit, and then we lose a good large amount, almost 60%, and then they're back up and running, and we're slowly getting to that 100% point. We were actually notified of this. We have at Bloom, we're notified anytime our nodes go down, and we had, we got with this within 3 minutes actually, and we had all of the nodes back up and running. Bloom 6 did miss one block from this incident. However, all of the other nodes were just fine. No blocks were lost, so I do apologize for that. And we are working hard to prevent anything like this from happening in the future. It wasn't our fault, but we're very happy to look for the solution to prevent this from happening moving forward. So with that, we lost all of these nodes. What are people saying afterwards? That's a great question. So the comparison between Cardano and Solana, I think, is a good one. With new software, with new updates, things are going to happen. But in a moment where the whole blockchain stops and no one can get transactions through, to me, that's almost like a death cross. That's the end. If we're trying to build a resilient system and you can't push transactions through even for a moment, then why even use this system? How can we have the world's financial operating system go down for a day and multiple times like Solana? Well, that's not the case here. So we have another tweet from Charles on screen here. He says, this weekend showed the value of self-healing, fully decentralized networks. A cascade of node stalls can recover and continue operation without noticeable disruption. That's a truly resilient system and one that will continue to evolve and thrive in years to come. So I actually do agree with that statement. Was this a good thing? No. Is there a silver lining here? Yes, because we saw this happen. Not all of the nodes went down. Cardano was resilient. It stayed alive. Transactions kept processing. And now all of the great engineers and SPOs in this community can figure out what this problem was, solve it, and prevent it from happening in the future. So that is the video today. If you made it till the end and you want to enter the giveaway, please comment Cardano lives on down below. Also, let me know what protocol you're most excited about. Are you excited about Djed, Liquid Finance? How have you been? Has it been a good year so far? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love you guys as always, and be safe out there. It's a cold, cold world.